President Donald Trump last night laying out his agenda in an inspirational first address to a joint session of Congress. But what did the American people think? Well, the grades are in.
Here to break it all down for us is President and partner of Maslansky and Partners, Lee Carter. Lee, everyone's lauding the speech. I'm very curious how it went out on party lines.
You know what? He hit it out of the park last night. Overall, Democrats even gave it a C, which is a big deal. I mean, that is as good as he was going to do with them. Independents, Republicans loved it. One of the participants said when he came on the stage last night, I still wasn't ready to say he's President Trump.
Right.
When he went off, I said that's the President of the United States.
Okay.
And to me, that sums up.
Lee, let's hear some of it. Let's start with him talking about getting the job done and then watch these dials.
Everything that is broken in our country can be fixed. Every problem can be solved. And every hurting family can find healing and hope. Our citizens deserve this, and so much more. So why not join forces and finally get the job done and get it done right?
Wow. Pointed right. By the way, he pointed to the left with his right hand.
Yeah, that's right. And you could see Republicans, independents off the charts. They gave it an A. Even the Democrats gave it C. This was a speech that was filled with optimism. A lot of people said that his inaugural address was dark. This was sunny. This was his message of making America great again, but it was also believe in America.
There's no problem we can't solve. I love that. Who wouldn't like that?
That's right.
Well, I tell you what, Democrats do not like anybody touching Obamacare because for them that is their Alamo, and it is reflective in this style. Watch the blue line.
Action is not a choice, it is a necessity. So I am calling on all Democrats and Republicans in Congress to work with us to save Americans from this imploding Obamacare disaster.
Okay. And it was a disaster for the Democrats. They didn't like that.
You can see that. But when he said, let's work together, they were still there. It was when he called it a disaster that they turned off. And that's not surprising. It was the only time the whole night, though, that I saw the Democrats go below a C. And that's really powerful.
Did you ask any of the Republicans? Because the line actually went down for Republicans, too, toward the end.
It was a little bit partisan. And this was one of the only parts where he went, really using partisan language after them, and it reflected in the dials there.
The world was watching, but this address was to American lawmakers and to the American people. Here's the President of the United States reaffirming his belief on why he got the job.
Free nations are the best vehicle for expressing the will of the people, and America respects the right of all nations to chart their own path. My job is not to represent the world. My job is to represent the United States of America.
You can see there off the charts, it's one of the highest moments with Republicans and independents. It was an A+, Democrats a C. This notion that he is the president for Americans, not the world, was one that really resonated. That's a lot of the reason why he won. He was putting America first.
And then the most emotional moment of the night is when he paid tribute to the fallen Navy SEAL, Ryan Owens. Watch this.
Ryan's legacy is etched into eternity. Thank you. And Ryan is looking down right now, you know that, and he's very happy because I think he just broke a record. For as the Bible teaches us, there is no greater act of love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. Ryan laid down his life for his friends, for his country, and for our freedom, and we will never forget Ryan.
Okay, it's surprising to me that the Democrats, at no point during the mention of Ryan Owens, never went above a C.
They have a hard time, I think, really getting their arms around giving him anything that's really above neutral. And I think that
But it wasn't about him, was it? Wasn't it about the fallen Navy SEAL and his wife there?
It should have been about that, but what people felt and what I heard back in some of the commentary from some of the Democrats was that they felt this was a token gesture and that they might have been using her a little bit to make a point. Everybody else felt that this was such a powerful, such a poignant moment, including his wife. It was heartfelt, it was emotional, and I think this is one of the most poetic, beautiful moments of the whole speech.
She could barely breathe. I mean, what their family represents for our country it should be off the charts for Democrats.
I don't know how Ivanka held it together.
I don't either.
Right, standing right there. That's
she held
great.
it.
Yeah, they sat down and she grabbed her hand.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. You worked all night to bring us the dials, and
I
they were
did.
great.
Thanks so much. Great to be here.